Reddit is currently very bad for most agencies, and that's because they don't know the things I'm about to share. This is a Reddit guide on steroids, strap in and let's get started. So let's discuss the Reddit changes and mistakes that stop agencies from performing well. So Reddit is currently very bad for most of you, you're struggling, and I'm gonna tell you the reasons why. It comes down to 6 main reasons. Bad model, bad niche, bad content, bad subreddits, bad account setup / low trust score, and upvoting / bot behavior. Now, I'm gonna expand on each one of these, so let's first cover the bad model and niche. So not every model can work on Reddit. For example, you can't sign a Colombian chick with bad camera quality that has no clue what she's doing. Reddit is extremely dependent on the quality of your model. So let me tell you how Reddit and big adult subreddits work. They are owned by large OFM agencies and they always promote their own models. Now, if you've noticed, and I don't want to be rude to all the ladies watching because I know it's about 10% of you on my channel, but 90% of the chicks on major subreddits are ugly. Bad camera quality, just bad content in general. Now, why am I saying this? Major subreddits don't want competition. They want to promote only their own models. So as soon as a good model pops up that has potential and that could steal their traffic, they just remove their content or ban them. That's because they don't want competition. And they leave the ugly chicks on the subreddit because a guy will be looking through the subreddit, he will see most of them are ugly, and then when his standards have been lowered and he's desperate, he's then gonna see the extra hot blonde with big boobs trending on the main page, and he suddenly falls in love and wants to spend money on her. And spoiler, by the way, that model is the model from the agency owning the subreddit. So that's how big agencies manipulate their subreddits to only promote their own models. But what it means for you is, if you can post in those subreddits, most of the time it means your model isn't good. So you should generally find smaller subreddits and build your own list from the niche of your model or just grow your own subreddit. I have a video on my channel on how to grow adult subreddits that's free, so check it out. Next up, models / niches that perform best, so keep in mind, very important. Niche is very important on Reddit, so try multiple accounts with multiple niches. You have to niche the accounts, so each account should only be one certain niche. One only for ass, one only for blondes, etc. And mods usually control a niche of subreddits, so a mod won't moderate an ass and then a boobs subreddit at the same time. It's usually all in one niche. So let's now discuss the niches that perform best. So dominatrix or dominant girls, trans, goth, gamer girl, or very innocent teen lookalikes. And so many guys that hang out on Reddit are either next level cucks and want to get dominated, or they're usually just perverts that like younger women. So you can find a lot of potential high-paying whales in the beginning as it's often easy to get them to pay a lot. So if you have a bad model or you're in a bad niche, it's extremely hard to make any progress. Next up, bad content. So remember, high quality content wins on Reddit, specifically GIFs. So this isn't Reddit a year ago where you could upload bad content and print money. All platforms are starting to reward high quality content and so is Reddit. So as I mentioned, GIFs perform great. We've gotten a lot of messages lately from TickFusion users that use mostly GIFs on Reddit. So they just take a short video and turn it into a GIF and they say they perform great for them. They also repurpose that content and upload it multiple times, but I'll expand on repurposing content later. Now I want to remind you that what gets tracked gets managed, because I feel like that's a thing that's always overlooked in OFM, is analyzing what you did right and what you did wrong. So if a post goes viral, analyze why, always. Do this for every platform, not just for Reddit, by the way. And with every piece of content, like always ask yourself, how can I make it better? And with time you will get better, because what gets tracked gets managed and improved. Bad models with bad lighting and bad backgrounds don't make money. So an easy way to find good performing content is just go on Reddit, go on Twitter, and find good content and tell your model to recreate it the same. So the same face expressions, lighting, background, outfit, everything. Content is very important, and if your model or niche is bad, good content won't save you. You have to have all three of them: good content, good model, good niche. So, next up, subreddits. Let's keep this very short. Don't take subreddit lists from people. Most of the big subreddits are owned by OFM agencies and they will just ban you from posting in there and you won't get any results. People won't share which subreddits work for them, and people that share subreddit lists don't even post in those lists themselves. So just make your own list and go for quality over quantity. Find a few subreddits that fit your needs and upload in them. Now, let's get to the very important part, that's account setup. So, bad account creation can screw you up along with low quality proxies. Like if you have the best content in the world and you have bad account creation and a low quality IP, you're not gonna go viral. So first, aged accounts is a must. So at the start you can buy aged, but you can also create your own account farm and a system where you farm karma, but it's much quicker and easier to just buy aged. Like especially if you're just starting out, buy aged accounts, but if you want to farm karma yourself, go into memes and relatable subreddits and story subreddits and just post AI created funny and relatable stories. It's very easy to farm karma that way. And when you look for aged accounts, the requirements are 2 to 3k post karma. What is karma for those of you that don't know? It's just Reddit's scoring system. You want 2 to 300 comments and 2 to 3 months old account. So when you buy accounts, make sure it has at least these, because these are the requirements that should allow you to get into most subreddits. Like 90% of subreddits won't let you post and you'll get banned quickly if you don't have these. Next up, have a feminine username, catchy, don't do random stuff, get a good username. You're gonna want a anti-detect browser. You can use Dolphin, that's the most famous one. And if you're gonna run multiple Reddit accounts, and you should by the way, you need proxies. So proxies, in my last video, I mentioned Reddit is increasing their detection and that you might want to use 4G proxies if static don't work for you. Well, that's exactly what you should be doing now. So you can try with static residential, but most of them will get banned. Mobile 4G proxies work best now. You're gonna need a mobile 4G proxy. So you can also check your IP for fraud score before you use the proxy, and you're gonna get banned quickly if you use bad proxies. So again, it's often best to use high quality 4G mobile proxies. And again, quality content from your model, images and GIFs. You can just turn short videos into GIFs. And more on account setup. Don't use the same picture on multiple Reddit accounts. You should always create an avatar that looks just the same as your model, right? Don't use a profile picture. Just make an avatar. For the bio, now this is very important. Now I'll tell you what you should do. So short girly description with a call to action plus link, but very, very important. Way too many agencies just put their OF link and get banned. You should always funnel to your IG at least in the beginning, right? Don't funnel to your OF immediately. It's gonna get you banned. IG is also good for growing your long-term followers and warming up your leads for your OF. And you can also keep the IG link forever, by the way. You don't have to change it after a few weeks. You can leave your IG link forever because it's better to capture the long-term traffic and keep it on your Instagram than just waste it for the short term. Like, yeah, go to my OF. Because if a guy forgets that he went to your OF, that's it. And if he follows you on Instagram, he can be warmed up. So don't just put your OF link, rather funnel to Instagram. And if you don't know a lot about Instagram, you should start learning. That's the first thing. But Instagram is hands down the best platform to build and keep your traffic right now. I have multiple videos on my channel regarding Instagram and how to grow it, so you have plenty of free content to learn from. We also have a TikTok and Instagram guide on tickfusion.com that you can check out that will save you at least 6 months of your time and lower your learning curve and help you get started immediately without all the annoying work and mistakes. You can either check out that paid guide or just watch my free content. Next up, for the pinned posts, you're going to want to have 3 pinned posts. Verification post, that's the first one, just your model holding a piece of paper with her username. You should have an About Me section, and it's also good to have a GIF that you found that usually performs very well. And very important, again, you should always try to brand your model. So Instagram, TikTok, Reddit, everywhere. Branding is everything. I talk about it in pretty much every video. Like, if you don't know anything about how to brand the model, because I don't want to get into it now, it's a very extensive topic. One of my first videos on this channel is literally a 40-minute guide purely on branding, so go watch that. Next up, let's discuss warming up and posting. So when you buy an aged account, change the avatar, add the bio, and add the 2 to 3 pinned posts. Now remember, Reddit is volatile. Reddit is volatile because of agencies spamming OF content, so first 4 to 5 days are the most important. You should start slowly. Let the account rest for the first 1 to 2 days and don't post. On the second day you can start scrolling and upvoting random posts. So you can post a few random posts in like meme or story subreddits for karma farming. Then on the 4th or 5th day, you can start posting in NSFW subreddits from the list that you built depending on the niche of your model. And again, by the way, don't take subreddit lists from other people. And then after a couple of days, you can start posting 20 posts per day. Also, don't spam the same piece of content like 10 times. You should always space it out. You can upload the same piece of content. Of course, that's why repurposing content with Tick Fusion exists, but space it out. It's bad when someone visits your profile and it shows like 10 of the same pictures or GIFs. Always space it out a bit. You're just gonna look like a bot and you're gonna get banned. Also, wait like 10 to 15 minutes between each post. Very important, don't upvote. It's gonna get you banned. Upvoting is really bad now. Don't use upvotes anymore. Like before you could spam them, but now it's just not good anymore. Just do organic with high quality content and captions instead of just spamming and upvoting. Again, find your own subreddits. No one will give away the subreddits that work for them, so create your own list from experience. Also have high quality captions, it's a must. Don't copy other captions because Reddit detects them. And you should always have high quality content, images or GIFs. Again, GIFs usually perform best. Now, scaling and automating. First, do the hard work on your own. When you know exactly how Reddit works and you get consistent results with it, then hire a VA and automate it. Because I see people doing this all the time. All of you guys always want to automate OFM while you haven't even done the work yourself. So you want to outsource Reddit without even knowing how it works yourself. First master it, and when you have success with it, only then you can recreate and multiply that success by teaching your VAs how to do it. And of course, do it with proper SOPs and training. Ideally, find a VA that already has Reddit experience, and you can buy 50 to 20 aged accounts, even more. Always buy multiple. Don't buy one because you should warm them up multiple at once, because if you don't, you're just gonna waste time. Don't do them one by one. Always warm up multiple at the same time. Again, niche the accounts. Each account should be in a certain niche, because mods usually control a niche of subreddits, like a mod won't moderate an ass and a boob subreddit as mentioned before. Now, repurposing content, very important. If you watched my last Reddit video, you would know that I mentioned that we have people that use Tick Fusion to repurpose content and then turn them into GIFs, right? So they would repurpose videos, turn them into GIFs, and I also mentioned in that video that we might make a new software specifically for Reddit and images. Well, now we have exactly that. It's called Tick Fusion Pro, link in the description by the way. So now we support GIF creations and image spoofing, so you can repurpose Reddit content and scale accounts at a much quicker rate while needing a lot less content from your model. We're also the first ever repurposing software in the industry. We've been on the market for over a year and a half, and we're used by the highest grossing agencies, so just do yourself a favor and go check out tickfusion.com if you want to make your life easier. Now, why Reddit? Many people think Reddit is dead, and that's great for you, because the skill gap increases and the ones that keep trying to improve will win in the long term, while others will just quit. So the more competition, the better for you. So Reddit is good for initial traffic. It's great when you're just starting out because you can get quick and instant traffic. Instagram, for example, is long term and requires an existing audience to perform well. Reddit is also agency dependent, so the results depend on you and the amount of work you put in. Once you have content from your model, it's up to you to perform. And it's especially good for new agencies because, again, it allows you to get results quickly and start building your model's brand. And it's also great for experienced agencies. It's not only for beginners, both can use it. And I think that's pretty much everything I wanted to talk about in this video. And I just want to remind you, Reddit always rewards quality content plus consistency. Like the longer you do it, the longer you run Reddit, the better you will perform. Because lately I've been getting really a lot of messages about Reddit. Hey, I'm struggling with Reddit. Just before recording this video, a couple of hours before, I got a message from a guy that messaged me, hey, can you make a new Reddit vid? I told him, yeah, I'm making one right now. So a lot of you are struggling. I hope this video helps. Go out there, perform. If you found the tips valuable from this video, shoot me a DM, tell me like, hey, I made a bunch of money, thank you so much. And that's pretty much all. I'll see you in the next video.